Okay, let me show you what it's like to buy a decentralized token, how it normally works. All right, this is PSYOP. What is PSYOP? PSYOP is one of the pet projects of BitBoy Crypto, who is one of the most notable crypto influencers. Okay, this is one of 3 tokens that he released within 30 days, and all of them look like this or worse. Okay, so what normally happens is an influencer or a well-known Ethereum person will launch something, and then they will use their influence to pump it up. Okay, so you see this is launched on May 19th. Now what they do even before they launch is they tell their friends and whoever else to get in, or they may even send them some tokens saying, hey man, I'm about to do this. Hey sis, I'm about to do this. And then they get in and they start shilling. Okay, and then inevitably, once it has gone up enough to satisfy their greed, they then dump on people. Okay, and that's what you see happening here. Even though the people that got in here, they will continue saying, oh, because it's BitBoy, because it's this person, because it's that person, it's gonna keep going up. They keep buying, and all of the people who got in early just keep dumping it. What may happen is, because it's been dumping and dumping, that influencer will come back and maybe do a show or a tweet or something like that, right? Or generally speaking, they'll probably buy some down here, hype it up, only for the same thing to happen. Okay, this happens so many times in DeFi on Ethereum. The other thing that happens is, in DeFi, you can just make things up. Want to create a Bitcoin coin that's not truly Bitcoin? You can just create a coin, call it Bitcoin. Okay, obviously Bitcoin is not 10 cents. You can call it Bitcoin, and people, unsuspecting people who don't know anything about crypto, generally speaking, or maybe they do know, will buy this other coin. And you can name this other coin anything. You can name it Gucci, you can name it Tesla, you can name it the new Twitter, which is called X. There's probably 1,000 X tokens. I'm not saying 1,000X. I'm saying 1,000 X tokens that are currently out there right now. And this is the state of DeFi. And literally hundreds. I want you to pay attention to this. All of these are things that have launched within the past 24 hours. I want you to pay attention. This is all on Ethereum. I want you to pay attention to how many things that say minus 100%. Look at that. If it says minus 100%, that means within 24 hours, these projects took people's money and ran with it. This is all within 24 hours. All of this. Do you see this? This is insane. This is typically what it's like to invest in DeFi, and specifically to invest in DeFi on the Ethereum chain. Now I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, you're one of those Binance Smart Chain guys hating on Ethereum, man. You guys are always hating on Ethereum, man.
No, that's not it. I'm going to talk about Binance Smart Chain as well. The problem with Binance Smart Chain is there is absolutely no originality on Binance Smart Chain. There's nobody really innovating on Binance Smart Chain. So you know what? You did a fake Bitcoin token on Ethereum. Well, we're going to create a fake Bitcoin token on Binance Smart Chain. Why not? And here you go. And the same thing happens. It goes up. This is all within what? A couple weeks. Goes up. They sell at the top. And now they're probably shilling again. I bet you if we check their social media, they're shilling again, trying to hype it back up just so they can dump again. Here's a Chat GBT token on Binance Smart Chain. You see it's done nothing but just go straight down. ChatGPT does not have a token. But again, an unsuspecting person new to Binance Smart Chain might say, oh, that's ChatGPT, and buy it, and then they get taken out. Here's another thing: lack of originality. Things that happen on Binance Smart Chain happen on ETH too, but you have mostly copycats on Binance Smart Chain. Here's a Garfield token. If you don't know what Garfield is, the old cartoon. Garfield does not have a token. Why anybody would make this, I don't know. And look at what's happened. Start it up, and then bam, it is done absolutely nothing. So, not just picking on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, 90% of the time, there's 99% of the time, there's no originality. They just look for what's on Ethereum and copy that, or they'll just make something up that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Probably the worst example of what DeFi is all of the Elon tokens that people just make up. Look at this. There are 32,632 tokens related to Elon. All of this crap, and most of them have taken people's money. Of course, they have nothing to do with Elon Musk, nothing to do with Tesla. I don't understand the fascination with the guy, to be honest. But this is basically the state of DeFi. So, what exactly is DeFi supposed to be? How is it supposed to work? What it's supposed to be is an alternative to centralized exchanges. As much as I can talk about the scams and things that happen on decentralized exchanges, they matter more, they mean more when they happen on centralized exchanges. Like, for example, if there's a hack or something like that, or in the case of FTX, them just running away with people's money, so on and so forth, that affect more people. And so it's because of those kind of hacks. It's because your country might have a restriction, or they might require an ID or something like that, that DeFi is supposed to be an alternative to that. As of right now, it does not require any ID, any KYC, anything like that to trade on the decentralized platforms. It's totally open. And that part is good. But obviously, when you have something that's totally open, of course, it's going to bring in bad actors, and they're going to try and take advantage of people. And unfortunately, a lot of times, that's exactly what they do. So, BSG, what do you prefer? That's what I hear you saying. Hey, seems like it's a lot of scams on decentralized exchanges. Should I just deal with the centralized exchanges, Coinbase, things like that, Binance? Or, should I take a chance on this? What do you recommend? Here's what I say, okay? I always think it's better to manage your own money yourself, okay? So, my choice for somebody that's, savvy enough, knows enough about everything, so on and so forth, is to manage your own money on a decentralized exchange, or really just a decentralized wallet, okay? Primarily for now, MetaMask. But what I will say is you can't just jump into that. Okay. You can't just, if you don't know anything about crypto, even if you know a little bit about crypto, you can't just jump into, MetaMask and a decentralized exchange and say, okay, now I know what I'm doing. Because most of the time people get lured away by other things. And that is the issue. So, you need to spend some time on education. And if you're thinking, oh, this is going to lead into, you pushing a course or something, I'm not pushing anything. I'll be totally honest with you right now. I don't even know if my course is still available. I don't know. I honestly do not know. I haven't checked it or what have you. I need to do that, to be fair, but I have not. But you can, do as much research as you can on YouTube, on the internet, so on and so forth. just getting the basics down in, how you should manage things and how you go about it. I'll go over some things in this video, but I don't want you to think I'm trying to push them. I'm not trying to push anything. I just don't like seeing when people get scammed. Okay. So the first thing that we should go over is the two primary differences in the chains. Okay. There are a lot of what we call blockchains out there, but right now, in terms of DeFi, the ones that are dominating is Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Ethereum is going to be the more well-known chain. Ethereum is credited with creating DeFi. So obviously they're going to have the brand name recognition, so on and so forth. If Ethereum worked, there honestly wouldn't be a need for another, type of, chain where we have exchanges and things like this. It's not really possible to do this on Bitcoin. We don't really have smart contracts built on top of Bitcoin. I know that's changing now, but up to this point, it's primarily been Ethereum introducing the smart contracts to allow us to even be able to have things like an exchange, which is pretty amazing. The problem is, though, Ethereum for most people does not work. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fees. Ethereum, which came on the heels of Bitcoin, has, enough things in common with Bitcoin that it makes it not impossible, but it makes it incredibly difficult to scale. And what I mean by that is the more that people use the Ethereum chain, the more costly it becomes for everyone. Okay. Whereas, maybe 5 years ago, it may have cost 10 cents or 15 or 20 cents to do an Ethereum transaction. Nowadays, minimum is going to cost you $15 to $20 per transaction. And when it gets, really congested, it can cost $100 or more for an Ethereum transaction. And if you think that's bad, every time you do a transaction on a blockchain, there is a chance, different chains have different error rates, but there's a chance that that transaction could fail. Okay. I don't know what the failure rate is of Ethereum, but I have had failed transactions. And so that fee that you pay that fee whether the transaction is successful or not. What am I saying? I am saying it is very, very possible for you to spend, $100 or $150 on an Ethereum transaction and for it to fail. You do not get that money back. When Pepe Coin was blowing up back in May and the end of April, it made all of the transactions on Ethereum for everybody, even people that didn't invest in Pepe. It made it that much more expensive. And so what you have now is if you're on the Ethereum chain, you have to invest a certain amount of money for it to even make sense. Okay. The first thing that you have to do is you have to get Ethereum. And most people, they're going to come from a centralized exchange. They're going to come from Binance or they're going to come from, some other type of exchange. Well, you can buy Ethereum on Binance for, next to nothing in terms of the fees. But the second that you send it to the Ethereum chain, that is what you call an on-chain transaction. And that's where you get into what you call the gas fees. This right here is what you call a Ethereum transaction visualizer. And what you see here is these are actually real transactions that are going through on the Ethereum chain. And the bigger the person is, the bigger the transaction is. Okay, you can actually click on this and you can see exactly what people are sending. All right. Here's the thing. These are the people willing to pay the highest price. Okay. And that's why their transaction is going through. Don't know what that price is right now because it's going to vary based on what you're doing. Don't pay any attention to this. This is not true. Uh, but it depends on the type of transaction that you're doing. Okay. And you see, we were just at 27, Gway. They were on top. Now it's 31. So because there's so much congestion, people are willing to pay a higher and higher and higher price. Now, let me show you something. This is all of the people who are waiting for their transactions to go through because they're not willing to pay the top price. Do you see this? This this is insane. Look at Big Boy. He's so mad. He's going to the top of the line now. He's willing to pay. There he is. He like, man, I'm tired of this. This is actually real, guys. So Ethereum right now for the masses, it does not work. Okay. This is an unbiased look right here. Every one of these transactions is a real transaction. And every time that I log on to this is what I see. Now, I'd like to be able to show you a visualizer for Binance Smart Chain. Unfortunately, there isn't one. You know why? Because the people that built the visualizer for the Ethereum chain are Ethereum supporters and they refuse to do anything for Binance Smart Chain. Okay. This is part of the issue with crypto right now. In fact, I think it is the biggest issue with crypto right now is we have people who are only wanting to support one chain. Bitcoin doesn't want to support Ethereum. Ethereum doesn't want to support Bitcoin or Binance Smart Chain. Okay. If there's anybody that's open and anybody that wants to work with everybody, it's Binance Smart Chain. Okay. And you can see back here, back just 3 years ago, look, on August 30th, there were 38 transactions. 38 transactions on the entire chain, right? And if you fast forward right now, today there were 3.9 million. Well, that was yesterday. 3.495 million transactions. That is the kind of growth that Binance Smart Chain has had. And if you were someone like I was that was able to take advantage of this made a lot of money. This made a lot of people happy. Let's just put it like that. Okay. The reason why I'm showing you this is right now, Binance Smart Chain, even on a low day, 3.5 million transactions. That is significantly more, about 4 times more transactions than the Ethereum network. Yep, you heard right. More transactions than the Ethereum network. So what are the fees like on Binance Smart Chain? Well, you can do a transaction on Binance Smart Chain for 4 and 5 cents, 3 cents. Your most expensive transactions, your contracts that are very, very sophisticated, they might cost 30 or 40 or 50 cents, not 30 or 40 or $50. Okay. So Binance Smart Chain seems like they fixed being able to do a bunch of transactions. And no matter what happens on Binance, no matter if some project takes off or anything like that, it doesn't affect the chain. So you would think that, hey, okay, we have a blockchain that works now. It's cheap, it's fast. You can do a bunch of transactions with it. Everybody should just switch over to this, right? No, because it's not Ethereum and for other reasons that I really don't want to get into in this video, just being honest, You have most of the DeFi world that refuses to use Binance Smart Chain. They just won't use it. Or if they do use it, they're using it primarily to try to take advantage of people. It's not just Binance Smart Chain people that are making these scam tokens, okay? It's Ethereum people who obviously know the code coming over to the Binance Smart Chain, doing some of these rugs, okay? It's a combination of both, not blaming one side of the or the other. I'm just telling you that's the way it is. This is why I'm such a big supporter of this project right here, 100, because they've brought innovation to Binance Smart Chain. What is the innovation? They have fixed their code to where recognizing that pump and dumps are happening, recognizing that people aren't holding, you must hold this token, this coin, for a minimum of 100 hours. Now, the idea is to teach people how to hold, period. The idea is not to buy it and then sell it after 100 hours. The idea is to show people, look at what happens if you just hold for 100 hours and everybody else just holds for 100 hours. Look, it just goes straight up. And the thing that I love about 100 is they're not just on Binance Smart Chain, they are also on Ethereum. And look at this, the chart looks almost identical. The only thing is 100 has gone up significantly higher on Binance Smart Chain. One, because the fees are cheaper, and two, because it was launched a bit earlier on Binance Smart Chain than Ethereum. Okay, but look at this. I've never seen it. It looks the same because it's essentially the same token. It's just on a different chain. This is no different than Bitcoin being on multiple chains. Okay, here's Bitcoin on Binance Smart Chain. There's the price there. And here is a wrap version of Bitcoin on Ethereum. Okay, a little bit difference in price, but essentially the same. They track each other. If 100 is ever available on Binance or another centralized exchange, the same thing will happen. Okay. So whatever the price is, it will equalize between the two chains. Okay. So, there's opportunity either way. The price is a little bit cheaper on Ethereum right now, but keep in mind, you can't come to Ethereum with $100 or $200 because you're going to be paying 30 or 40 or $50 each way. So again, if you're on Coinbase, you have to send Ethereum to the ETH chain. That's going to cost gas. Then you have to buy the token. That's going to cost gas. Whenever you want to sell the token, that's going to cost gas. And then to send it back to Coinbase, that's going to cost gas. So even if you have $500 worth that you're willing to invest in, let's say the Ethereum fees are just $10. Let's say they're the lowest that they've been in a long time. You're gonna spend $40 to $50 just getting in and out of the trade. Whereas with Binance, you might spend maybe $1, maybe less, for the same thing to happen. Okay, so that's why more people are getting in over here, because you have people that can come with 50, 100, $200 and not have to worry about anything. Whereas with this, you're having to come with 500, 1,000, $2,000. From the perspective of what has the most potential, honestly, if Ethereum people were to ever adopt a Binance Smart Chain project, I don't know that they will, but if they were, it has much, much more potential on the Ethereum side, because people over there have more money. Because they're willing to spend the gas fees, they have a lot more money. Here's the other BitBoy crypto token, Ben. And you can see, again, that's also done absolutely nothing. But what I want to show you is the type of transactions that are coming through. This is only available on Ethereum. Look, every transaction is thousands of dollars, 2,000, 7,000, 2,000, 2,900, 2,000. There's a $72 there. They're not going to make any money. 1,000, so on and so forth. Okay, they're all good sized transactions. Whereas for 100, you see a lot of $40, $45, 200. There's a $2 transaction, 25, 5, $112. I really appreciate that anybody is able to invest in this, and that's the way it should be. But you're not going to see this on the Ethereum side. So, from the standpoint of potential to go up, if Ethereum folk were ever able to put their differences aside and say, hey, this is an innovative project, you're going to see, 2,000, 5,000, 7,000 going in at a time on 100 on the Ethereum side, if that's able to happen. Will that happen? I honestly don't know. There's so much hate between Ethereum chain and Binance Smart Chain. It's really stupid. People should be working together. So, don't know if it will ever happen, but I'm just, sharing with you the differences between the chains and what they are and why they are. Hopefully, one day we can get to the point where people just support crypto, just crypto, period. If you're a Bitcoin fan, you can buy Bitcoin on Binance Smart Chain. You can buy it on Binance.com, Coinbase, crypto.com, or Ethereum. It doesn't matter. That's the way that it should be. But crypto has not grown up enough yet to get to the point where, people aren't worried about what chain that you're on. All of this is based on the fact that the players involved, are seeding into this discourse. Okay, primarily again the Ethereum side. If Binance Smart Chain takes off, essentially what it means is all of the development on the Ethereum side has failed. At least that's the way that they see it. I don't normally see it like that, but that's the way that they see it. The way I see it is it's just evolution. If people are able to do transactions for 20 and 30 cents or 6 cents or 3 cents or whatever it is, then they should be able to do that. And before you say, well, there are other chains out there that have transactions that cost even less, those chains have not lived up to the hype. Things like Optimism, which is, between them and another chain, probably, next in line or what have you. It's been a lot of hype, but it really hasn't, done anything and attracted much. Time will tell if it continues that way. But, as of right now, you really don't have anything else that you can trust. I think it's also, for this reason, Binance being the biggest threat to Ethereum is one of the reasons why you see so much regulatory scrutiny. The bottom line is there are a lot of senators in the pockets of Ethereum Foundation. They have more pull with them and so on and so forth. Even Uniswap, it was just news that Uniswap stopped trading of Hex, which, if you're a decentralized exchange, you're not supposed to be able to do that. That's the whole point of being decentralized. Well, what a lot of people don't understand is the SEC. I don't know why this story didn't get bigger news, but this was like a year and a half ago. The creator of Uniswap went to the SEC, and I believe the SEC was threatening to take action against Uniswap. Notice that there hasn't been any action against them, and I think the reason why they didn't is because Hayden, the Uniswap creator, probably said, "Listen, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. I'll be a mole for you guys and whatever. Just don't shut us down. So that's why you see so much scrutiny against Binance, which has really been nothing but great for the community, for crypto as a whole. They just want everybody to win, honestly. But you know, the powers that be want to be in control, and they know that they can't control Binance. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents of somebody that's been in DeFi for a lot of years. Really, probably the first few months of the existence of DeFi. I was there. So, just sharing what I think or whatever. I just want crypto to win. I just want everybody to win because the alternative is to have all of your money controlled by the SEC, by the government, by stocks. Like, I'll have to do another video on that because those things are far worse than anything that I've talked about today. It's your boy BSG. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video.